Hello Binary Alpha community. This is an informational video about our blindfold trading strategy. Okay, so what is blindfold? The blindfold strategy is a 5-minute trading strategy that helps us to capture the swing reversal of the market. Normally in our other two strategies, Mastering Binary Alpha and in Headbreak, we are trying to capture the actual 5-minute momentum. But with blindfold, we are actually trading a reversal strategy. Now with a 5-minute strategy, and we said this in our Headbreak video as well, as opposed to a 60-second trading strategy, you actually have more time to analyze your next trade. And that's one good thing about the blindfold strategy. And it's a little bit easier to have enough time to analyze your next strike in the market. So with this blindfold strategy, not only do you get all of our educational videos, right now we have about 7 educational videos that are each around anywhere between 10 to 45 minutes depending on what the lesson is about. You get access to all of these training videos, all of the new videos we post. Right now, currently, you still have time to jump into this, but right now we're having a blindfold boot camp, and the boot camp does not cost anything extra, but you have to be a blindfold member. You have to purchase that product to get into the boot camp. But basically, within the boot camp, there is a class once a week that Larry, who is one of our coders and also one of the guys who trades this strategy, he has a class once a week with blindfold. We also record that and add those classes to our current training videos as well. So even if you can't attend the boot camp, you can actually still watch the videos and kind of go through that with everyone or go through it in your own timing as well. So you get access to these training videos, access to the blindfold Skype group. And really one of the biggest things we try to promote here within all of our strategies is a sense of community, because with community, everybody's able to encourage each other, help each other out, help teach each other things, and also have accountability towards one another as well. And so, that's one of our core values here with Binary Alpha is helping people to have a sense of community, because it's really lonely sometimes trading, and it's good to be able to have other people to throw ideas off of and help each other. Okay, so you get access to that Skype group there when you get the blindfold strategy. KAZi and his in-house co-traders, actually this whole blindfold strategy was developed because KAZi and his in-house co-traders noticed places in the market where there was a very strong potential for a reversal. And they used this for years when they needed to do like a large recovery. Maybe they had lost a couple of trades and they needed to recover those trades, and they would actually use this method, and this is actually how we developed the blindfold strategy from these guys doing recoveries for years using finding these points in the market. And also with the blindfold strategy, there is the potential to become a co-trader of KAZi's if you show consistent skill in demo trading, if you go through all of the stuff that we lay out in the boot camp, and if you document your trades really well to where we can actually go to your broker and see them. Again, these are demo trades. So what does blindfold look like? Let me show you a picture here, or let me show you a live shot here of what blindfold looks like. Basically, what we have here in this section, this is what we call the BlindFOLD Cockpit. Okay, now this type of cockpit only really functions within blindfold, and basically what this cockpit does is that it monitors large pins in the higher time frames, large wicks in the higher time frames, especially the 4-hour chart. And it monitors 30 pairs for you so that you only have to have one screen trading, basically, which is an amazing invention by Larry, who is our coder. But it's really helpful for anybody, especially those of you who only have one screen to trade on, if you're trading maybe on a laptop or something like that. But what happens is blindfold actually, it monitors all 30 pairs, and as it gets closer to a pin, it starts giving you different colors here. And so when it starts turning green, it means that a 4-hour pin, basically, which is a potential reversal area. That doesn't mean it does not mean it will always reverse from that area. So I have to make that clear. Within the training, we talk about all the variables that are involved. Not every place that has a pin is necessarily a good place. So we have to distinguish between good pins and bad pins, good signals and bad signals. But basically, this is green when it's a 200, anywhere between 80 to 200 points within getting close to a 4-hour pin. It turns yellow when it gets even closer, and it turns red when it gets within 15 points of actually touching one of those pins. And then when actually it touches, you will actually get an alert here. See, these are some of the alerts I had today. They didn't all happen at this time, but when I turned my MT4 chart on, the recent ones that happened, it said this. But basically, when you get an alert, it will tell you the currency pair. It will tell you whether or not it was a pin on top or a pin on bottom. And it tells you the exact price point where it touched the pin, and it tells you the time as well. Okay, and so this alerts you, and this is a screen you can have. I actually have two screens, so I'll pull this onto my second screen. But basically, that's what happens when a pin gets touched. Again, these are monitoring all 30 pins at the same time. Also, here in this cockpit, you can quickly change the time. You can do it up here as well. 1 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, all that stuff. But you can change it here very fast as well. It also includes our KAZi tool within the cockpit, which each one of these do a separate thing. But this is like a horizontal line, trend line. Yeah, I mean these basically just do different things. So if you click on one, for example, now double click on my screen, this is an X because that means it's a stop, like you lost the trade there. Okay, so when you're marking your charts, this is really valuable. Okay, so this is AD means arrow down. Okay, AU means arrow up. And it's just a little bit quicker way than coming up here, but it includes these tools. You also have some news in here because we watch out for news just because we want to stay away from trading news. We want to stay away from trading during news time for stuff like this. But basically, this is what it looks like. And let me show you just really quickly what it does. We can see here on the indicator list, this shows our cockpit here. And there are a lot of settings on here. I go through some of these when we actually buy our product and go into the education part of it. And for the most part, you're not going to change most of the stuff. But this just shows you, how much there is to the actual coding of this. There's quite a lot that goes on in here. But basically, so what happens is we get an alert somewhere, and I set up this just to show you guys for an example. Okay, so this is April the 6th. This is on Euro USD. This is a 4-hour pin. So let me show you this real quick. Let me go back here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Here was this big gray pin here. This really big pin here in the higher time frame, and this 4-hour came down and touched it. And I'll just say this was a good pin, obviously really large pin. And when we switch back over to our 5-minute chart, what we're basically looking for is the market to reverse from that point within the 5-minute time frame, and that's basically what BlindFOLD is all about. So let me get back to my chart here. Okay, so this is actually where it hit on the 6th, April the 6th. It hit here, and immediately it reversed. Now, what's different with BlindFOLD than Headbreak or Mastering Binary Alpha is we only take one trade per cycle. So when we win out of a 2 or 3 bullet cycle, then we actually stop. We don't try to trade anymore. But there are a lot of pins that gets touched per day. There are probably 30 or 40 pins that actually get touched per day. Now, not all of them are good, okay, but a good majority of them are. So there is an opportunity to get 5, 10, 15 wins a day. Now, most of the time we stick with 5 or 6, and then we stop for the day. And because again, with this trading method, just like all of them, that's all you need. All you need is 5 or 6 wins a day consistently over the course of many months to grow an account significantly with how we trade this. But this is pretty much BlindFOLD. We look for places in the market to take reversals from. Again, we teach you more about that in the actual training. And once we win one time in that cycle, we finish, and then we're done with that cycle. Here was another setup here as well. So this happened on the 8th, so a few days ago. This happened on the 8th, and here, this line here, this yellow and pink line, was actually where the pin was on the 4-hour chart. And immediately the next 5 minutes came down and reversed nicely, so we would have won that, and then we would have stopped, and it kind of got out of the trade. But this is pretty much BlindFOLD. It's very important if you want to trade this strategy to really learn to go through the education, because you're not going to get all the information you need anywhere else. I mean, it's really important to go through all of the training videos, not just one or two, but really go through them all. Follow the rules exactly, and don't try to stray from them. And learn what it means to be a trader who can be patient for the right setups, and then really just get to be a part of the community as well, and be a part of being able to see and interact with the once a week classes. But this is pretty much it. This is BlindFOLD. Again, it's a very successful strategy. I would say probably out of all the strategies that we have, it probably has the lowest learning curve, I would say, out of all the strategies we have. But just like all of the strategies, you have to psychologically make the right decisions when you take the trades and follow the rules appropriately. You don't force something to happen. Be patient. Make sure you follow the checklist and everything we have in there, and through all that you should be able to be a successful trader with it. Again, this is just a possibility. I'm not saying that everybody's going to be a successful trader with it. Not everybody has the same skill level, so we just want to give you guys the opportunity just to show you really quick. We actually have here one of the guys. This is a guy named Stefan, who we actually did an interview with him that we put in our BlindFOLD classes, and Stefan has done really well. He's actually been working on this for about 3 months now, and he's had a lot of consistency with it. We actually trade up to six bullets is what we call them within BlindFOLD. We call them stars and diamonds, and we have rules around them so that psychologically you have stopping places. You don't just go crazy and start trading everything and anything. And so he has actually done really well with all of this stuff. He's been trading for 3 straight months, and never once has he lost a 6-bullet cycle. He has always recovered. He has always been consistent, and he's been able to grow accounts significantly over time. He's doubled accounts a couple of different times. But out of 465 trading cycles, that's basically he took 465 trades. He's never lost any 6-bullet cycle, which means he's always recovered from losses. And you can see on his charts, and this may be a little bit, if you don't understand how we trade, this may be confusing a little bit for you, but as long as there aren't 6 losses in a row, you always profit. Okay, so these 2 trades right here that he did, and this is how everybody documents their trades. These 2 trades right here he did would count as 1 win, because his $1,135, how much he profited there, actually covered up his $450 loss. Same thing up here as well. When he trades, these amounts that he lost, when he traded this amount, he more than recovered all of these losses, and that's a way that we trade this. And again, there's stopping points and stuff like that. But he has been extremely consistent, as you can see. Hardly ever losing more than 3 in a row. He's been extremely consistent with his trading, and a lot of people are finding that they're being more consistent with this than they have in the past with trading, which is really exciting to see. And again, brand new people have recently come in and just started, just been in a couple weeks in this thing, and they're starting to slowly understand it. But you will get a spreadsheet like this where you will be able to document all of your trades. And again, if your goal is to become a co-trader with all of this stuff, then you definitely need to document your trades really well, and make sure that you see what you're doing right, you see what you're doing wrong, and kind of learn from all that. But this is pretty much it. This is BlindFOLD. It's a really great strategy. I personally, this is my personal favorite out of all of our strategies. It's a game of patience, but it's also quite relaxing if you know what you're doing. It's not extremely stressful, and knowing that you can actually have multiple cycles to recover your trades on as well is really important. So if you have any questions about this strategy, just email or contact us on our contact us page on the website. Also, so this, I forgot to say, the strategy, just like Headbreak, is $997 per year. You get access to all the videos, the recorded videos, and the new ones we're going to be doing as well within the BlindFOLD Bootcamp. You get access to the Skype group. You get the whole indicator system here, with the cockpit and all of these different indicators we have here. As you can see, we have multiple indicators here. You get all of these, for the year. And the reason, again, we do this yearly and not lifetime is because we do believe that this strategy and Headbreak you should be able to more than make up for what you pay for it once you really understand it and get going within the year. And also, just like Headbrake, once a month, even though you have a yearly access to this, once a month at the end of each month, all of our indicators expire, and you just need to go to our website and download the newest updated version. You'll get that for free for an entire year, the updated versions. But the reason we expire them each month is to really protect our indicators. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of hours of work have went into everything we've done here with creating these indicators, trying out all these strategies, a lot of testing, and also, at the time it took to create the education as well. So this is it, guys. This is BlindFOLD. Again, this is my favorite strategy. I really enjoy trading it. If you have any more questions about it, you can contact us, and we'll be happy to assist you. Thanks so much, and hope you all have a great day.